This video comes to us from the Police Activity YouTube channel. This is a officer-involved shooting that comes out of Harris County Sheriff's Office in Texas. If you want to watch the full, unedited, unblurred version, you can go over to the Police Activity YouTube channel. I will link that down below, and you can watch it there. But without rambling too much, let's watch the video one time through really quick. It's fairly short, and then we will talk about some stuff.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, sir, hands. Oh. Hands. Up. Hey, hands away, hands away, hands away.
It's not real, they got no real, sir.
Shots fired, shots fired. Oh.
So overall, this officer did a lot of stuff right. If you want to be nitpicky, you could probably find some stuff wrong that he did technically, but overall, a lot of stuff right. Really good job by the officer. So the whole incident started after police dispatch received a 911 call from a third-party caller who was at this gas station, and I guess they were pulled up next to this guy, and they looked over and they saw him pull up a gun and point it at them.
Harris County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Hey, I was just at 1960 and Names Drive, Nanes.
Yep.
And there was a car that pulled up next to me and showed me his firearm and pointed it at us. And his license plate was...
Okay, where can we meet you to...
I've already driven away, but he's parked at the convenience store gas station right there at that corner.
So induce the police response. Now, the first thing that I really liked that he did was he parked on the side of the building where the suspects wouldn't see him pull up and get out of his car and start approaching. Now, as far as the 911 call, I believe, at least from what I can tell, that the information that he had was the last time he was seen was in his car in the parking lot. So what preempted him to believe that he was in the store? I'm not too sure. Maybe there's some radio traffic updates that came over. Maybe there's another call that we don't know about. But one thing to consider for yourself, it didn't really come into play at this specific store because it looks like there's a lot of like banners and posters up on the window from where the officer approached to the door. So his approach was probably fairly concealed in this incident. But one thing for you to consider is, would it be better to peek around that corner just with your head where you're not exposing, your body and your patches, and take a look in that store first and kind of see where this person may be, see what you can see what's going on, and then go for the door. I mean, it's all situationally dependent, but it's something to consider, instead of just running straight past the glass to the door. In some situations, it may be more beneficial to slow down a little bit and kind of look in from a position of at least concealment, and then you can assess what you have and go on from there. I mean, obviously, if it's a active shooter type situation, you probably want to just get in there. But just remember, like, glass, if you're on the outside and it's during the day, like, you're probably not gonna be able to see in super well. I mean, it depends on where the sun is at and the glare and stuff like that, but sometimes it can be pretty hard to see into a building with glass like that, but it's really easy to see out. So just something to keep in mind. And then the last thing I'll touch on is how he already had his gun out when he entered the store. This is a call about a person pointing a gun at another person. So some people might look at that and be like, well, it seems like he kind of escalated the situation and made it turn into what it turned into. But really, like, all it is getting ahead of the curve. Like, there's no reason to enter a store where there is a guy with a gun who just pointed it at somebody and enter it without having your gun out. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So again, all of this stuff is really situationally dependent, but it is something you can keep in mind for your next shift when you go on patrol. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, hopefully you have taken the time to think about the situation and kind of play it out in your head. Just think about what you'd do, what you wouldn't do, stuff like that. And it'll help kind of prepare you for that situation if it ever does actually happen. So again, overall, really good job to this officer. You could tell that there was a sense of urgency in his response with how fast he moved to the store and got in there and tried to confront the individual. And based on the individual's actions, he had to react in the only real way possible in that situation to defend yourself as well as the other people that are in that store, because obviously there was another guy directly off that officer's right side, and then the store clerk. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think about it. And again, the link to the full unedited video will be in the description, as well as all of my links. If you go to the very bottom of the description, there's a section that says all my links. You go there, I have a Discord channel in there, as well as all sorts of stuff. But the Discord channel, you can go in there and you get notified whenever I post a new video. There's all sorts of channels to talk about all sorts of different stuff. It's a good time. That sounds like something that interests you. Go ahead, join that, and hope to see you there. Thanks for watching the video.